everyone, Owen here from Game with the Cooler, and I am here with Ash from Gorilla Miniature Games, and we are playing Halo Fleet Battles. So, originally the plan was we were going to go through all of the scenarios for the Fall of Reach. Then we realized that those are really, really basic. And we kind of did. We started going through it just so we could figure out the rules to an extent. Now, I say that, we're probably going to make some rules mistakes because we're having...
This is game 3.
This is how we roll. But we're going to be playing, it's about a 1,000-point game. I'm a little bit shy of 1,000, he's a little bit shy of 1,000, so it evens out, and it is Covenant against UNSC, obviously.
But you get to see the starter set contents, because this is exactly what you'd be able to play if you bought the starter set.
Exactly. So we'll show you everything that you get in it, because we're using basically every piece. I think there's one guy who is not involved.
That's right. And it's only because I couldn't take the battle rating. I do battle rating 7 otherwise.
There you go. So we'll show you all the ships, we'll show you the fleets, we'll show you the mission objective, as well as some of the terrain that came with it, and we'll get the game underway. So here we have my Covenant fleet. You can see in the background there's the UNSC one, but we'll go over that in just a moment. So right in the front I have essentially my flagship. Now this is the largest ship that comes in the starter set for the Covenant. It is the ORS Heavy Cruiser. And you can see on the base it has a number of boarding crafts, mostly Zealots, because boarding crafts are sweet.
You named it Winter of Your Discontent.
There you go. Winter of Your Discontent. That sums it up pretty well. We've got 2 groups of corvettes. Now these are in the line formation. You can tell that there's a few that are in different formations. This actually changes how tough and how much damage they can deal out. And then over here I've got my medium cruisers, and they of course have more boarding craft on top. And then I have 2 units, or 2 elements rather, is the term in this game, of corvettes in oblique formations. And then finally we have basically an identical group over here. Now you can see just behind each ship we have their wings that have been gathered up. So when you've made your fleet in this game, you go along and add up the hangar values of each of your battle groups, and then you deploy a number of ships, or rather a number of wings equal to that rating.
In a stack, yeah. They operate basically,
and they do stack up. Yeah. So mix them with bombers and fighters. You could probably break them up as well, but I'm going to stack because stacks are good. And I will show you the UNSC fleet.
So here's my UNSC fleet. Now I've got 4 battle groups as opposed to the 3 Owen has, and each of them is a battle rating of 6. Now I don't know if Owen mentioned that when he showed you his fleet, but basically every ship, depending on how big it is and how sort of like threatening it is, has a battle rating, and you can never, unless you're taking some kind of specialty formation, go over 6.
Actually comes up right there on these little cards.
That's right. So this one's 4 basically. This one's 2. So I max out putting a Marathon and an Epic class cruiser. This is the UNSC Niagara, and this is the Marathon cruiser. Sum of All Fears. I don't know. We'll just start naming after Tom Clancy novels, I think is what I'm going to do.
There you go.
And these 2 are a battle group of 6, basically. Over here, we have another one. It's a pair of Paris-class frigates in Arrowhead formation. The Arrowhead makes them a little killier, but their missiles go down, and they have a slightly less damage track. They've got some Pelican boarding craft, and they've got some Saber... No, these longswords? No, these are longswords, sorry, interceptors. There's another interceptor, but it takes more bays for the UNSC, so I haven't actually used them yet. I'm just doing all the basic interceptors. And then identical battle group over here with another Marathon class, and then some more Arrowhead formation frigates. This big group here is actually battle rating 5. Each of these is 1, and then this Marathon here is 2. The Marathon, again, has Pelicans and some bombers, actually, because it's actually a carrier. And those bombers will hopefully do some damage at some point during the game. Now, it doesn't get to spit out new ones, though. Unlike the Epic, who can spit out 3 new casualties every turn. So if you take some damage, you lose some of these guys, he can actually poop out more of them. He doesn't get to. He just starts with some basically following him around.
He said 5 is battle rating 6. Just to
oh, that's right. Sorry, yeah, because it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 5 stands, 6 battle rating.
One thing I do want to comment, though, is when you do originally get this box, this is the 2-player starter kit. They don't actually come looking like this. We did paint these ships. So the Covenant ones actually come as like a blank purple ship, and these come as generic
just gray. Yeah, just standard gray.
But quick paint job, and then here you go. So we'll show you the board, then we'll have ourselves deployed, and we'll explain the scenario and what we're doing. All right, so here is the table we're playing on, as well as our deployment. Now, unfortunately, we are using 3x3 mats. We have not quite gotten the 4x1, 4x4, or 4x6 yet, though I believe that's on the way. I'm going to get one. Anyway.
Okay. We can go get one.
Yeah. Following that, here is the deployment. So this is basically just the battle line deployment. We've got the UNSC. Everyone's lined up. So in order to make it fit, you have an 8-inch deployment normally. Mathing it out, we could sit just on the edge of the board.
And it's still the same separation.
Yeah. And then along here, we've got the Covenant. Now, on the board, we have a bunch of terrain scattered around. Now, terrain in this game, so many of you who have watched my Star Wars Armada videos. Terrain's okay. Sometimes it might do a damage or pop your shield or something. This one is quite different. You can't draw line of sight through planets. You can't draw line of sight through space stations.
Yeah.
If you hit them, like if you fly into them, you die. If you hit the planet, your ships die. If you hit the planetoid, your ship dies. If you hit the space station, your ship dies. And then it leaves debris behind.
That's right, because it blows up the station.
If you fly into asteroid fields at anything other than half speed, you take like 15 or 10 damage. It's 10 for asteroids,
Attack
15 for these, and it's attack dice against you. So it'd be like getting a whole bunch of red dice thrown at you just for flying into stuff.
Yep.
And they all penalize you for shooting through them. Everything is from the center to the center as far as line of sight is concerned. And so the terrain is pretty important. Other than that, we're going to go into turn 1. We're going to roll off for initiative, and we'll get this game underway.
Victory conditions for this one are battle rating and victory points for each guy, and then table quarters. And for controlling each table quarter, basically for having the highest battle rating in it, you'll get victory points as well.
All right. There we go. And is there a turn limit?
Nope.
Not in this one. Okay. Then it's kill or surrender?
I guess.
All right. So just to mulligan that last statement,
Clarify it.
there is actually an 8-turn limit,
Yeah.
or it's first to 20 points.
Yeah,
so you'll score a point for each section that you control at the end phase, which is the end of the
Just
turn.
having no other enemy ships in it.
Yeah, or having the greater points,
Nope,
or is it
just
just
no
Oh, you just got to
ships.
clear them.
Yeah,
Okay.
clear them.
And then other than that, first 1 to 20 or 8 turns go by. So we're going to roll for initiative, and we'll see who gets first move. The way initiative works is in the beginning, the order phase, which is we roll the order dice. So he's got the gray UNSC ones.
Yep.
I have my purple Covenant ones.
And then most command heads.
So he gets little Spartan heads, and I get little energy swords. And basically, we have other ones. So these are a number of orders that you have available to your commander. So I have Ro Baritami.
I have Michael Stanforth.
That's a lot easier to say. And then essentially, you just line these up in the little slot here. He'll do the same with his.
Yeah. Oops.
And then now we roll a d6, and you add 1 to your roll for each of your symbol that you rolled. So I had 1, he had 2.
Yep.
So I will roll my d6. I get a 2.
I get a 3.
I'm going to use my unique ability to re-roll my initiative dice. Now the second one must stand. Good job.
You lose.
His first turn, he'll activate a battle fleet. Or
No,
battle group,
actually,
rather.
we actually do all our wings.
Wings are first. That's
Wings
right.
are first. That's right. So we're gonna go like this.
So fighters activate all first. We do the wing phase, which is all of these.
All wings go first.
Bombers move slower.
Nope.
Oh, they're all
Move
16.
Yeah,
Ooh,
move
that's
16.
really good. And then over here, they don't have any direct direction that they have to go. They
Nope.
can just fly all over the place. Like so. You do unfortunately move the speed of the slowest, so this one does have a bomber in it and it can only move 12. These fighters are going to fly up to this point. This last group are all going to sit on this fella and escort him against any bombers that choose to come after him. Now activating the first battle group, moving up his ships.
We're going to go 8, 9, 10. We're actually going to use our full thrust for 3 more.
So just so you're aware, it's the template for the terrain piece.
That's right.
Okay.
Is it template?
Yeah, it's not the
That's
actual.
okay. I can still turn during
Yeah.
my next move before I do anything. Because these guys are escorts, they can turn before they
Well,
go.
they're light
Or
elements.
light, rather. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's going to hard burn 10 because he can.
So basically, what it is when you go to use your ship, they all have their own movement, of course, in inches. They're actually all on these little displays. For example, these can move 9 inches, as you can see here.
And then 3 more.
Light ships can move at the beginning or end. They can rotate 45 degrees. Sorry, light at the beginning and end. Medium ones are beginning or end. Large ones are only at the end. There we go. What he's going to do is all of his elements are going to combine their fire. They're all going to be firing at my fleet commander here, my capital ship. And so firing at long range, I have the special rule of cloaking, which knocks him down 1 on the firing solution, or firepower rating,
That's right.
rather.
So
Every shot in this game is done on the firepower rating table. Everything starts at 4 with exploding 6s, which are 2s essentially. They do 2 damage and then you roll again. If you're close or have some kind of bonus, you can do a devastating roll, which is more exploding. And as you go further down, you do less and less damage until you get to a 1 where you just can't do any damage. So right now he is sitting from 4 going to 3, so he's going to get no rerolls because of my cloaking.
you got it.
Fire away.
Firing away. So here we have 12 dice. No rerolls. Command token called Focused Attack. So I spend these little arrowheads. I have to roll it to get it. But once it's spent, I can reroll 2 dice.
Add an extra
I'll
one.
add an extra 1. And that's going to give me a grand total of 4, 7, 9.
Okay, that's not enough to damage me.
Now you're a Mac though, so you have to roll to see if you get breached.
Because he has, actually, he's firing 4.
Yep.
So it is not just a skull, it's a skull or a dash, I believe. But I'm okay.
Okay.
I would get to use my defense dice to try and prevent that damage. But he didn't make it to the threshold to actually hurt my ship.
11, yeah.
So he doesn't actually do anything.
So no points.
Going to fire the heavy Mac now. And this one is probably also in long range.
Range 32.
Okay.
So -1, so no rerolls here.
Correct. And no exploding either.
So it's just 5. There's not a lot of point in me burning. Because even if I burn to hit thing, I'm only going to get up to 9, which won't do anything.
All right.
So then missiles from everybody.
He's going to get 19 dice in missiles coming after me this time.
That's right.
All right, so he's going to get 19 dice. He's +1 because he's missiles at long range,
That's
and
right.
then -1 because I'm cloaking.
So I do get my rerolls this
That's the big thing.
time. That is the big thing. Can't be rerolled, and that can't be rerolled. So I'm going to reroll
3 of the
3 of these.
blocks, and he gets 1 more.
1 more. And I will spend
Another one of his
another
orders
one
to get another
reroll
2
more.
rerolls,
I reroll skulls just because.
and he gets another 1. He did a total of 13, which exceeds my armor of 11. So to try and block that, I have 9 dice to do so. I think I'm okay. I only had to block 2. I blocked 3, 4, 5, and then it goes below my damage threshold, and I'm not hurt.
Okay.
Big group is going to go. Drift up 5, and this little guy can go 9, but he's not going to go quite that far.
He's got to stay within 4.
And his friend's going to go as well. And then this little pile of fighters are going to follow along. And
They're
they'll go a
attached
little
right
bit
now.
slower. Because then if you get within 4 inches, they can jump out and protect me. And that's it for movement. Okay, so first shot, we're going to have our ship here, the Long Knight of Solace, fire his plasma lance at generic
I thought he was the
enemy
winter of your
number 1.
discontent. So you're going to fire these Paris class right here. Gotcha.
That's right. So this is close range,
Yep.
and you don't have any debuffs against me.
Nope. I'm evasive. Nice one.
Evasive, -1. Plasma at short range is +1.
Okay.
So that cancels.
You're 16 short range?
Yep. And 18 short range, actually.
Ooh.
So we get 2, 3. So that's 6. This was not a hit. And so I have 3 rerolls. So I'm going to reroll these 3.
Because you can't reroll skulls.
And we get another 1.
Okay.
So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. So I get 2 defense dice for my titanium armor. So I might be able to survive if I crit. I double crit, so 10 goes to 6, which will double damage me, but not destroy me, because I'm actually 4-3 right now. So it's only going to go through the first one.
I roll to see if I get a crit against him, and I do. So he's damaged, which is the little fire token, and he's also vulnerable. So that'll knock out 1 dice as well as 1 point from his surviving health.
Yeah. So I'm 2
Nice.
So 10 dice with these plasma rays, but they're long range, and I'm evasive as a loadout, which means that he's -2 firepower. So everything, including the 2s here, counts as a 1.
And no exploding. And that is 2.
Wow. So 2 is exactly enough to do damage.
Yep.
If I don't shrug something off here, I need to shrug at least.
So you only get 1
2
dice
here.
now because you are vulnerable.
That's right, yeah, because I'm vulnerable.
And you do
And
not.
nothing, but I can spend a shield command to
reroll.
reduce your damage by 2. And do that, I have to do it before he actually rolls dice.
So then you are down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dead. Going for the crit then, because it's 1 more damage.
If we vulnerable him again, we do not. Fellas, so these 2 still have the option to shoot, because they haven't yet. And actually, I should have... Sorry, one thing to clarify is you have to declare all your shots before
You roll any dice.
rolling them. So
Yeah.
I should have declared who they're going to shoot. They're not going to shoot that guy, because that wasn't my plan anyway.
Okay.
Such as that means now. But they're basically going to combine their plasma cannons
Sounds
into
good.
this guy,
Yep,
and then they're
indeed.
going to shoot their missiles into this guy.
Okay, sounds good. So he having evasive cancels out my evasive. Basically, if you're like an agile ship, neither side gets it because you can chase each other. So you're just getting your penalties for
-1 for
plasma.
law.
That's right. So,
So,
no
no
rerolls.
And we get 4, which is
4.
enough.
So it's not to crack the first one unless I defend here with my titanium plating, which I do. 3 down to 1, so no damage.
Okay. And
Missiles.
these are going to be at long range, but they're plasma, so plus and minus.
Okay.
And they're shooting this guy.
Yep.
So still no rerolls because...
Plus and minuses,
no.
rerolls. Yeah, you're 4 still.
So we get
Reroll
1,
one.
2, and 1 reroll, which is another one to 4.
So I get point defense of 2, so 2 defense dice for that, and titanium armor. Just gotta cancel 1 here, I cancel them all. Flying up, they're 10 inches, like so. And these guys can turn at the end of their move if they like. He's going to do much the same thing. So then 2 more, and then just turning. He's going to go up his 8 and just turn slightly. Yeah, we're good.
So these two are going to be shooting
Lights.
him.
That's
Who
right,
is the
here.
big guy going to shoot?
They're all shooting the same target.
Okay, so
the
everyone's going to
the
be
whole
shooting.
battle group is going to shoot into this target with all their guns.
Sounds good.
Yeah. No rerolls.
Firing
Because
away.
of your cloaking device at long range.
That's a lot of
That's
twos.
a lot. So it's going to be, well, it's no rerolls, but it's going to be 5, 9.
Okay. Do I get vulnerable because they're max? I do.
So you,
And here goes his 1 defense.
you have to crit. You have to get rid of 2 or you blow up. No,
1.
that's 8,
So you
and
do
that's
8.
your total.
So his 4, 4, 3
Goes
takes
to
3,
3,
6,
2.
7, 8.
Which is
and he does
exactly
exactly
9.
8, which destroys this one. Does he crit?
If I crit, you blow up. And I
No.
don't.
Boom.
So now I can't redirect any of my shots, which means I'm going to lose all of the missiles and all of the heavy autocannon shots on these guys. I had to declare who I was shooting at beforehand. I did not think I was going to vaporize it in the first salvo.
It was that vulnerable. It was a good roll.
Was a good roll.
So this guy's going to turn first.
Yep.
And then he's going to float ahead.
And you turn 45 before you move. You can't end overlapping something, but you move through your own stuff.
Yep. So he's going to end like so. He can turn at the beginning or the end. And then he'll float forward 7. And then he'll turn and he can float forward 9. Like so. So we're going to declare some shots. He's going to fire his plasma lance at this fella over here.
Mm-hmm.
Then the 3 of them are going to combine their plasma cannon arrays into the unhurt guy here.
Okay, can he draw a line from center to center?
Right, because the planet
the
does
whole
draw.
template apparently blocks.
So he cannot.
No, okay.
So he won't be able to join these 2 shooting him. So he's going to just shoot his shots at this fella.
Okay.
And then they all have torpedoes. And they're all going to fire all of their torpedoes into this guy back here.
Sounds good.
Firing at an elusive target,
Yeah.
but I'm at close range. So it's +1, -1. So exploding 2s. That was a roll.
Uh-oh.
1, 2, 3. And I'll get 1 reroll.
Yep.
Which is a fail.
So 4
And
total.
I think I'm going to use an order for my focused attack to reroll 2 dice.
Always reroll skulls, because then if you roll a 2, you have something left to reroll.
You raise a good point.
Yes.
There's the 2.
And there's a 2, so now you can reroll.
There's the 2.
Uh-oh.
There's
That was
one.
pretty good.
All right, well, that
That
kind of
was
fixed
done.
it.
So that's going to be 6, 9. Now, these are lances, so I don't get my missile defense against it. I just get to roll 2 dice for titanium. And break 3 of them.
So you go down to 6.
Down to 6, so it's only going to take the first level of damage on him because he's 4, 3.
And
See if you vulnerable me or critical me. No, you don't. So it's 1 damage on him.
so these 2 are going to fire their cannon arrays now. So they have 9 from the big guy. And
Now,
then
only one of them is evasive. So do you cancel
you
the
will
evasive?
get it.
No,
Yeah, I
will
have
get
to
it.
all have evasive in
Got
order
it.
to cancel it.
Okay.
So it'll be -1 there. And then 3 more from the little fella. You have a total of 12.
Okay, into this guy right here.
And so we're only getting 1s and 1s because we're shooting long range essentially
right.
because of him. And we get a bunch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, 2 defense dice here. That's 1.
So you
So
take
6.
a damage.
Take a damage. See if this makes me vulnerable by criticals?
No. Fire now
Yeah, into the
is
damaged guy.
just his 3 plasma cannons into the damage fella.
He's vulnerable.
And he gets 1 hit.
1, which is almost enough, but not quite.
And I don't have a reroll.
All the missiles or torpedoes, rather, going into him.
Plasma.
So 12 dice.
Here we go. +1, -1.
Yep.
So it's just 4s.
So you get your rerolls.
1, 2, 3. We're getting 2 rerolls so far.
Good thing.
And they don't do
Nothing.
anything.
So that's going to be a total of 7. I am armor 8.
You're armor 6.
Oh, 6. Sorry, the big guy's 8. But I do get 7 defense dice here. And I
at
got
least 1.
2. Yeah, so I need 2 there, and now it's to 5. So we're going to activate the Epic class carrier. It's going to move forward. It's 8. I believe it's a big lumbering sucker. No, it only goes 6, actually. It doesn't have hardburn. It has hardburn 1. It'll hardburn 1 for 7. There you go.
Yeah, mine
Good
only
job,
goes
buddy.
5. He drifts nearly as fast as he goes.
And his buddy goes 8. So his buddy can come up alongside him 8. And I guess we'll we don't have to hardburn. We'll just stay where we are. So the heavy autocannon from the Marathon is going to shoot into these escorts. And then everybody's going to fire their missiles into your carrier.
All right. And his Mac cannon, 8 dice. They're all counting as 1s. So he gets 1s, 2. I can get my. Oh, I got to see if I'm vulnerable
Yeah, it might be vulnerable.
because it's a heavy one. I am not.
And it was on a miss or a skull because that's Mach 4? Mach 2.
Mac 2. Yeah, so just a skull.
Yeah.
And it's not enough to hurt me.
Yeah.
So
And now I'm going to do missiles.
so he actually has missile barrage.
Everyone has to shoot into him.
And has to shoot the closest target. He can't shoot forward at other people.
So that's good.
There we go. He's got 23 shots, no rerolls. But we're actually going to give him 3 rerolls because we didn't have enough dice.
Yeah, so it's going to be these.
And they didn't do anything.
Doesn't matter. But that's
There we go. He's got 5 defense against shooting. He gets 3. How much did he do in total?
I did 12. No, I did more than 12. I did 15. 4 plus 11 is 15.
So it would knock it down to 12 right now. 4.
And he adds up to 10.
10.
So he's
yeah,
just destroyed.
he's not going to be able to survive.
Let's see what happens.
Crunch. Not explodes.
Not explodes.
Okay, flying forward with my Covenant fleet here.
Zoom, zoom. This is the last element in the Covenant fleet. I still have one left. And how are they going to target?
Well, they don't have much to do at long range, but you don't have evasive or anything like that to
Nope.
stop them.
That's right. It's
So-
just point defense stuff. Your missiles won't be good, but your guns will.
We'll take shots at this fella here.
Okay.
And we'll fire everything at him.
Okay.
So the plasma cannon arrays are going to fire at that guy long range, so -1. So no rerolls, and we get 18 dice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
And 2 rerolls?
I don't have any rerolls.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because of the range.
Yeah.
So 11 total. So the Marathon is titanium armor 3. And these aren't missiles, so we're just looking to dodge. We need to dodge 5 of these. We dodged none.
Does it make you vulnerable? Yes, it does.
It does. Well, we're going to use the brace, brace, brace order right now to reduce the successes by 2. 10 dice instead of 12 here.
No rerolls is essentially what happened because of distances. So we do 2, 3, 4.
So you do 2. Because of brace, brace, brace. Full dice, so
sorry.
it's just successes to get reduced.
There's another 2 more.
So
So,
you have
it knocks
4.
it down. I do 4.
Yeah, I'm going to have
And
5 armor, so nothing. Come all the missiles.
5 from the big guy, and I believe 3 from each of the other guys. And these are just at 4s, so we will get to reroll because they're +1, -1. And so here we go. We get 1 crit, 2 crits, and 2 more. So we're at 6, which is damage. And we get another 2 and a crit. And that's that. So we
Okay.
do 6, 9 in total.
Okay, and I have 7 defense dice down to 6 because of my breach. 9 total. I have to get this below. I have to get 5 of these off.
Yep. 1,
And
2,
that's
3,
going to
4.
be 4, and I do get a reroll. 5, 6.
6.
Just so we're not going to hit this.
Doesn't want to lose his ship to the space
No,
station.
that sounds like a bad idea. We're going to go 10. So 2 more, and then we're going to turn again. 45, like that. This guy's just going to turn and then come flying up behind him. 10. So he just gets in base to base. Oops. This guy's going to do his burn, 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 and go straight ahead. So he goes 8 normally. He gets to go an extra 2 to 10.
There we go. Fire all of his Mac cannons into my cruiser, battle cruiser, and all of his missiles have to shoot the closest target.
Yeah, so no choice.
There we go, 8. Just getting rerolls and everything normally. That's a pretty good roll.
It's not terrible.
He's gonna get 1 reroll, and that's
Doesn't
it.
explode.
So he does a total of 7?
7? No, it's 5.
5. It's not enough, but does it cripple me because he's a Mac? No, it does not. So he's fine.
And the heavy
Here goes the heavy Mac, getting 10 dice and rerolls. No rerolls
one?
and
I get 1
nope, 1 reroll.
and nothing. So it's going to be a total of.
Doesn't mess me up.
Okay, that's going to be a total of 7.
Not enough.
6.
Still not enough.
Still not enough.
Okay, and now missiles into this fella.
Missiles.
Oh, 8 dice.
12
He's,
dice, sorry.
12. Not getting rerolls though. Pretty good roll even without. Not
Not
really.
even close to good. That's going to be 6.
6. Okay, I get 5 dice to try and defend myself because of my point defense and my defense array. I believe on an oblique. Yep, 5 dice. Here we go. I need to block 2 of these. 3 of these. Yep, 3. 1, 2, 3. Moving into the end phase, there's a few things that we can do here. Namely would be launching more fighters, but none of us have lost any yet. And then we can see about trying to do some repairs. So trying to repair his vulnerable, he needs to score either a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, and that's how many I removed, basically. So
Yeah. He does not
none.
remove any.
Doesn't get worse though over here.
And he does remove 1 there. I don't believe any of my guys are vulnerable because
Nope.
they just died.
The ones that went vulnerable just got exploded.
That's that. Alright, so here we go. Going to go into initiative once again.
Yeah, turn.
So here we go. Order dice. He's got +1. I have +1. One for each of us for initiative. 2, 4. I'm going to re-roll mine.
Yes, sir.
I just need to roll better.
That'll do.
And do with everyone. Go, fighters.
How far do they go? Oh, they're going to crash into there?
Yeah, they're just going to fight you.
Okay, they're moving to base to base.
And then this little one over here is going to continue doing his job.
Okay.
So our fighters are going to now dogfight with one another. Now, basically, the way this works is we total up the total number of dice that each side has. So I have 10 dice thanks to my Seraph Interceptor flights. And he has 10 dice because of his
They have one each for the
longsword bombers. And which one are these?
Those are the broadsword fighters.
Broadsword fighters. Yeah. Now, the way fighting is determined is I'm considered at a firepower rating 5 for fighters, and then fighter rating 3. So these guys will reroll everything, and these guys will reroll nothing.
No, these 4 will reroll everything because they're fighters, and then these ones will.
Yeah. So we just roll off and kill each other. So I'll do mine first, might as well. It is simultaneous, but so we get a bunch of 2s and a bunch of skulls.
Luckily, you can reroll everything.
Reroll these.
Always reroll the skulls.
Makes no difference.
In this case, no, it doesn't.
And then we add 2 more. So I got a total of 8.
Okay, total 8 for you. I'm gonna get
1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. He doesn't get a reroll from that one.
No.
So 8 to 5. So now we do damage.
Yep.
And so you did 5, which is enough to destroy 2 of mine because I am damage track 2.
Okay.
And I did 8, so that should destroy 4.
Yep.
Unless you damage track 3.
Who do we pick from anyone?
Cost 4 to my 2, so I beat him. Now we roll off to see whether or not I can obliterate survivors in the annihilation step. Roll 1 for each of my surviving flights. If I roll crits, it blows up another one of his ships. I did not. Here we go. This is my other flight against that one, so we've got 4 fighters and 1 bomber against his 2 bombers. Yay! So I'm going to get 9 to his 2. And he gets 1.
Nothing.
Which doesn't kill any of my guys. So I'll do my bomber first. He does nothing. And now we'll get 8 more from the other guys. Here we go. And we're going to get 4, which is enough. And we don't even have to keep going. Crunch. And now they all consolidate back into their little pile. Watching his fighters here, they get to go 16 in total.
Just hand in front. And these guys get to go 16.
And they want to come right near my big guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all the interceptors are going to launch and dogfight these guys. Roll his 2 bombers. You get the 2 shots from them.
Kill one.
And he kills 1. And I think we're good there.
Yeah,
we'll just take those guys off.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then they're all now floating outside of escort range. So the big element's going to go. He's going to drift ahead 5. And then his little friend is going to drift ahead as well. They just ignore fighters. Like so. So, gotta declare my shots. We're going to have basically everything from this guy shoot him. And I have to choose either to use my lance or my beam. And I'm going to use the plasma beam because it's amazing. And then all of his secondary weapons will fire at this fella.
Okay, who's the beam shooting at?
It's going to shoot him, then him, then him. Okay. So this is always counted as fire rating 5, and so he'll get to reroll everything on crits. So we'll start for this guy here. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 crit, which is that's it. So he does 4.
See if I can shrug him off with my armor. Nope. Take
so
4.
So another damage.
Take another damage. And is it a crit?
No.
It is not.
Next ship over. He's going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 exploding. 5.
Get 1 defense dice.
He's destroyed.
He's destroyed. See
Does
if
he
he's
crit?
exploded.
No. Against the third guy here, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 with 2 rerolls. And 2 more. That was a 1.
Yeah.
And a reroll. And another 1. So we get 6, 9, 10.
Whoa! I block
9.
1.
So
he 9.
is destroyed as well.
Yeah, he's just wrecked.
And does he blow up? No.
So the one little guy, and this is all going into my marathon.
Well, his secondary gun as well, because they're the same gun.
Okay, we're going to use a defense dice right now. 2, give you 2 less successes.
Alright, so they're all firing at close range, I do believe. Let's verify. We're not. Let's make it work. So we're going to count as firing at firing rate 5. So now I get basically plus 2, and so they can reroll anything they get on crits. So we got 2 instead of not being able to reroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a total of, just take one of those 2s off, or 2 1s off. So you got 6 total.
We got 5, 6, 7 total.
Okay. Titanium armor 3, I need to shrug 2 of these to take no damage. And I do. Little missiles.
2,
3. And we have
doesn't matter.
I have lots of dice, and they go away.
We're gonna launch borders. One zealot is going to go land on this ship.
Okay, he's using my point defense.
He
One
gets
does nothing.
not enough to destroy him. So he'll hang out on there and then explain why you don't want zealots on your ship.
Activating this element. It's going to go. It's going to move 10. It's going to move 10. Actually, you can move up a little bit further. You got 2 inches. He's going to move 10 by burning. So we can see 2 more and just end up in between these guys.
So here we go. Everybody's putting everything into my big ship, and we're going to start with the missiles. Getting 12 dice with normal rerolls. Not enough.
Not even close.
So only doing 5 damage. He does not pierce the 11 armor on the front of my ship.
So
And the light max from the 2 lesser ships here. And that's some damage. 1 reroll. Not enough to break
Not
it,
even
but
close.
does it make me vulnerable? No. 8 more from the heavy mac on the marathon class.
Sorry, it has 10 because it's supported.
Oh, there you go. Even better. That's a better roll. It's 2 rerolls. No. So not enough to hurt me.
Hang on, I can still.
Oh.
I can still roll. 7.
It doesn't make me vulnerable anyway, so you need to get 4 more. Before defense
I
dice.
double crit.
I'll
I'm
launch
going to
this
send
boarding
another
craft
one on my
onto here.
own.
I'm going to put the other boarding craft to support these guys over here. They were just going to board my guys. They do get to make my point defense shots against them, though, as they come in. Here we go. Need to get 4. 1. We're going in.
Get him, Zealots.
Get tactical. Oh, I can't say Marines. We're not those guys.
My Marines are getting tactical currently on board your ship. I'm in your base, killing your mans.
All right, shooting time. I have to try and figure out my firing solutions. I'm going to fire all the plasma cannon arrays at this guy. He's going to fire his lance at the marathon in the back, and then they're going to fire all their torpedoes at the marathon in the back.
Sounds good. Cannons first into him.
Cannons into him, yep. So we're all at close range now.
How many dice you got?
It's going to be... Where are you? Your supported one? So 13.
And this is into him, you said?
No, into
Into them. Okay, that's the arrowhead one.
Yep.
13 dice. I'm just going to take it.
So here we go. It's range band 4. Wow! 2!
Nothing.
Yep.
Missile time?
Now we're going to lance this fella.
Oh, that's right, yep.
Because I just wanted to get him dead.
That's probably going to happen. It's lots of dice.
12 lances. Well, the last one was lots of dice.
That's true.
This was marginally better, though. 4, 5, 6,
Only
7.
3.
7.
7. Even if I get double crits, it won't matter. It's dead.
Does it blow? No.
Here's all day. This is all going to the marathon.
Yep.
He's going to brace, brace, brace.
Okay. Here we go. 9 dice. Whoa, good
That's a lot
thing
of
you
explodes.
did.
Yep.
Well, we only get to reroll this one, though.
Yeah.
There we go. So you get 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it goes down to 9.
Okay, so 9. And luckily, I have 7 defense because this is missiles. So let's see what we get here. I can reroll 1.
4.
4, so 9 goes to 5, which is enough to stop it all. Drop your dudes. You gonna fire duders at me?
Yeah, I guess we could launch some boarding craft.
That's right.
I think we're going to launch them at your guy who doesn't have any borders on him anymore.
I hope you do. Okay, so now we're gonna shoot some point defense. Point defense 4 here. 1. That's not very good. Spend a standard order to reroll 2 of those. Ha! Turn 45. I'm gonna head to here.
We're getting pretty point blank now.
That's right. I'm gonna turn 45, and we're just gonna line in between here.
I don't think you're going to fit.
I think I can.
Alright, good enough. So he's going to fire his Mac into him, and then Mac into him, and then missiles from both into this fella.
Yeah,
Here goes the light Mac.
3 light max. That's going to be
1 crit. 4. So we actually misunderstood how the Macs work. It's only if he's actually going to be able to damage me with the roll.
And my max here is actually 6, so there's no way I can even breach your armor.
Yeah.
So we're going to redirect that shot onto that.
It's actually going to be against him. So he still gets, he rolls to see if he gets vulnerable, which he does not, and then he'll get his defense, which is 2 because he's a line formation, and he does block 1, so he does not get hurt. The other Mac is going to fire at the Covenant ship.
And this
8 successes. I see 5, 6, 7.
2 rerolls.
So do your rerolls first.
Yeah. 8, 9.
10,
10,
11.
11.
But that's it.
I can't reroll this, but I could spend. I'm not going to bother.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be 8, 10, 11.
And it does not make me vulnerable.
Nope.
And now I get my defense. Shields up!
You need 4 here.
1 and
Nope.
2. I'm going to use a defense dice to reroll 2 of my dice.
Need 4.
Need to get a 2.
Nope.
Nope.
So you're going to take a level. Is it a crit?
It is not.
It is. Not.
Now all of his missiles are firing at my Corvettes.
Little D.
10 dice into the little guy. He gets to reroll 2s.
So there's 2 rerolls.
Yep. That's it.
And we're going to spend, because I might as well, reroll dice, reroll 2 more. No. So that's going to be 4, 8.
8. And I get 5 defense against missiles. So here we go. We block 2, 3, and I get a reroll. 4, 5, which is enough. And that's enough. You only do 3, and they're armor 4 in the front, because he's a line formation.
Gliding. That's a special rule.
We're going to list lazily to the right.
Yeah, this is a special covenant rule where they can basically just do a power slide instead of moving forward, which is janky. These guys get enough stuff with their plasmas. But yeah, they get to just slip stride because you don't want to come into the guns of 2 formations.
They just can't turn.
More guns. Oh, sorry, I forgot. This guy's going to board you.
Oh,
I keep forgetting to do boarding. It gets resolved at the end of the turn.
Oh, I got to shoot him.
You sure
That's
do.
a big thing.
That is a big thing. Point defense.
Point defense 4. 1, 2. Not enough to kill a pelican. Dude, every gun we have is going into that marathon.
The marathon, sure.
I do believe everyone has line of sight. He's in long range. Everyone's in long range.
Okay.
And then he's going to fire his lances as well, of course. So we'll do the lance first, because maybe we can shred you with that. So we're going to get 12 dice. 2 more. This is range 18. So
Okay, can everybody see me through this?
This is just him.
Adjust him, okay.
And then this guy, he can see you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So here we go. Normal roll. Oh, well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
4 rerolls.
1 more reroll.
So we get 8, 10, 13, 14, 15.
Block 3 here. I'm going to get none, so I take 2 damage, and I'm down. Roll doubles for crits. Get it? Double, so I'm 1 vulnerable. Keep shooting.
And now we're going to fire our plasmas. So we have a total of 10 plus those are obliques, which are 4 each. So we have 18. Okay, so these will not get rerolls though, because we're firing at long range.
Not that it matters.
That's acceptable.
I have 2
6,
titanium
7,
armor
8,
saves,
9, 10,
which even if I block everything,
11, 12,
I have 2 hits. It's
13.
fine. Roll a crit. Roll a crit. See if I blow up. Nope.
No.
So the shots are wasted.
Yep. Goodbye, torpedoes.
And that means we're going to head out to super
We
fun
can
rounds.
launch some boarding crafts.
Okay, do they have to target the same thing?
Boarding craft are shot separately.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they
They're,
had a
they're
firing
after
solution.
all the shots are done.
Gotcha. Not part of your firing solution.
We're going
That's
to go
good
back him up. All right. The epic class is going forward. The UNSC Niagara.
That's it.
There we go.
He's just going to do his 8.
The marathon's coming right up. All the max are going into my battlecruiser, and all the missiles are going into my corvettes.
Yep.
Here we go from the epic.
12 shots.
Epochs.
It's not great. Just 1 reroll. But maybe I can chain it.
6, 7, 8.
No.
How much did you get total?
I got a total of 7. Which
Not
doesn't even damage
enough.
you.
So I do not have to roll to be vulnerable.
Doesn't even damage you.
Here comes the medium mac, heavy mac.
It's going to do something now.
You bet. All
It's
2s all day.
It's heavy. So that's a little bit better. So there's 2 rerolls. Nope.
That's 7.
Still not enough. And now 1,000 missiles.
20 dice worth of missiles are going into my little guy. He doesn't get rerolls, but it's 20
Sorry,
dice.
19.
Oh, okay.
The supported one will be 20.
There we go. Little oblique's got a block. He got 11 hits against me.
It's not
3.
gonna do it.
3.
8.
So it goes down to 8, which takes out 2 sections, but
Crit.
doesn't kill him.
Nope. And yes.
So he is vulnerable. He has 2 damage left.
damage.
Rough shape.
Okay.
Launching a pelican into my
Pelican
bleeding
here.
out ship. 2 pelicans.
That's right. And then Master Chief's gonna Master Chief.
I don't think he was in range, because I think we were at 13.
Center to center? I guess not. But I could go center to center.
You could join that one and just super kill him. or launch into that guy.
I'm gonna do that.
And we can have. So you can only send 2 though, because
That's
there's
fine.
already 6 of us on this one, or 4 of us on that one.
That's fine.
But I am going to try and defense gun you. We're going to add some Spartans to this pile. I'm going to fire my defense lasers, see if we can stop more people from joining this soiree. Get 4 dice. Whoa, that's 6. That just kills a pelican.
Yes, it does. Doesn't kill you, no. So just the Spartans going. That's all we needed.
Hard
So
burning.
with 13. Not probably all the way 13. Actually, yeah, might as well. That's 10, and then 3 more. So we'll put us here. 8, and then 5. He's not going to hard burn. He's going to go his 6. No, he goes 8 actually, and then he's going to turn.
I'm just going a little bit shorter just to keep everybody within formation. So the Macs are going into the big guy, and then missiles are obviously going into this guy. Here comes the light Max into this fella, getting 8 because they're arrowheads. You need to get to 8. You didn't make it.
That's just 6.
Nope. Your Mac needs to make it to 8. 6. 7,
That's
8.
it.
9,
10.
10.
One more reroll.
11. Okay, so do I get vulnerable?
You do?
I do
No,
not.
it's
It's a skull.
That's right.
Here we go. Got to knock this down by 3. And we get 2.
Don't.
3, 4. And we're good at this point. 5.
Yeah. So you get onto.
It's 8 armor. So you go down to
11.
6.
Yeah, nothing.
Missiles into this fella. They only have 2 each.
Yeah, 2 each because that's when they have 4 firepower.
Fair enough. So no rerolls.
There's 3.
3. He only has 2 left and he's vulnerable.
That's just right.
So here we go. 4 dice. We block 1, which
2,
means
you're
we
still
die.
there. Yeah.
And I don't have anything to save me.
I get ejected, and
So these guys get launched out within 4, and this is destroyed. At the end of the phase, we'll see whether or not they survive the vacuum of space.
sorry.
I do this boarding first because I had initiative. Boarding begins. My zealots plus my boarding craft are 5.
Yep.
He has a security detail of 4, so you can roll your defense.
Explodes.
And here we go on our side. We get 2 explodes and another 2 more. And there we go. So we get 7.
So you get
So
plus
I
2.
beat you, but I do not double. So I get plus 2, plus another one because I have an assault specialist. So we both roll a d6 now.
And add up.
Here we go. We add our d6s together. 4. So it goes up to 6, goes up to 7. Actually got a stalemate. Nothing happens, and they'll continue to fight in the next turn.
Okay.
Going to do the giant disaster that is my ship here.
Get him, Chief.
So between the chief and the 2 pelicans, he's got 9. Between my security detail, and we're going to break down this zealot to give us plus 3. We have 8. So here we go.
Attacking. I've got 1, 2, 3, and an explode. The explode gives me nothing. So I've got
5
total
in
of
total?
5. Well, plus my assault specialist is 7.
Well, that'll be on the... No, that's on the chart.
Oh, the chart. That's right.
Yeah, you got crushed.
Whoa.
8, 9. We only have 3 dice to re-roll with. And we don't get any. But we still beat you. And so...
9 to 6. 9 to 5 is not double. So it's just more for 1.
So it's minus 2 from the roll. Right now it's just the 2d6 because the stats added out 5. Repulsed. Assault attacker loses 1 boarding craft. They are expelled. Chosen by the attacker. And the lost boarding craft are expelled 4 inches into space. So you pick somebody to get launched out.
And they'll stay in.
And these guys continue to fight. Let's fight next.
Sure.
3 against 3 on this little ship. And he's got a nice solid 3.
Yep.
And we've got a 1. So I lose. So it's minus 2.
Triple U.
Yeah, triple. Minus 3 from whatever we roll on these d6s.
1.
Oh, you would roll though.
That's right.
6. So
3?
it goes down to 3, which is a bloody repulse. And I lose 2 boarding craft. I only have 1, and it gets expelled into space. 2 against 2 on this ship.
Nothing.
Double.
Double. So you get minus 2, minus 4.
Minus 4 from the roll.
Okay.
So here we go.
Boxcars.
6.
Boxcars.
So it goes down to 8. A vulnerable token gets put on him, which is pretty good. The first step, we check to repair. So I need a crit. Nope. I remove vulnerable equal to the token number, so I get 1 token off.
That's right.
And now we will roll for, or now you can launch new carrier actions.
So carrier action, I have 3, which I'll launch 3 bombers.
Okay, he's going to bring out 3, so they just get put in within
4.
4.
Is that how it works?
Right, and I get to drop one. We're going to put out a new fighter here, and we're going to drop another fighter over here.
No,
Heroic saves go for people who are floating through space.
Dead.
And they die.
And that one. Dead.
Dead as
And
well.
Zealot.
I'm a zealot. 1 or 2, he lives.
No, dead too.
Dead. Here we go. I get +2.
I get +1.
His special ability is to reroll 2 of these.
Yay!
damage.
Trading shields for damage.
Alright, +2 on mine. I get a 7.
You go first.
So the Covenant are going first. So the wing phase begins. Alright, well, we're going to do... He's going to stall for time.
Go for it.
And I'm going to move my bomber is going to do a bombing run, I suppose. We'll do it over here against the damage guy.
Okay.
Those guys will continue to fight. This little fella is going to just go on escort on this. And then this blob is going to engage the surviving fighters that are here.
In a double fight.
3 against 2. I get rerolls, you do not.
You're dead. 5.
Fight! Fight!
Nothing.
We tried. Over here,
I've got 2 fighters and 2 bombers.
I have 3 fighters.
Okay, so you have 6.
You have 6.
Yeah.
He gets 4 rerolls.
It's going to be 2. So
And then
both
2
1.
fighters.
2 that don't do anything. That's 3
3
more,
more.
so it's 5.
Okay, take out 2 of mine, and I'm going to get 4. And I'll take out 2 of yours.
We're still
That's how
locked.
it is. This one over here, I have, I think, 7 fighters to your 2.
Take them with you, boys. Get them. It's going to take out 2.
This is less than half.
Whoa!
We get 1. So then I do this again. There it is.
Okay.
Crunch.
Funny.
Goes a point defense.
It's going to be 1.
Actually can't hurt him because I realized that there's
Only
only
one's a
one
bomber.
bomber.
That's right.
So they're all just going to be floating around there now.
Yay!
And now we go into the battle group phase. Get them. Get them. Explain to them why they're wrong with laser beams.
With a laser.
Actually going to go a little bit further up so that his friend here, who's carrying his damage, and a bunch of pelicans. Okay, so let the shooting begin. Zap, zap, zap. All the plasma cannons into this fella. And the torpedoes are front only, so we won't get to shoot them. Plasma beam firing at the first guy, 9 dice. So 1 reroll. Hits, so we had a total of 6.
Okay. Titanium armor.
Yep.
1, so 5. Take
Damage.
Crit.
And nope, not vulnerable. Okay, moving on to the next target. Same thing. Oh, that's a better roll. 9 with 2 rerolls. 10, 11, and another reroll. 12.
Whew.
He dies. 10.
10. 10 is
only
more
have
than my
9.
total. It's 9.
Does he explode? No. We're gonna get an explosion.
At
Just
some
you wait.
point.
Going over. Counts as a 5, so I can reroll skulls. Blam blam. So you get 6, 7, 8, 9. So you gotta block something. Block 1, live with 1.
So 2 crits.
Or rather, go down to 3. Double crit, and not vulnerable.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, and now the cannons into your marathon. So we're gonna get a total of 10 plus he is a line for 3 more, so 13.
Okay, he's gonna
take off 2 from my roll. We go re-rolling just the 2s, only re-rolling the cancellation, not the skulls. I think we failed though. 4, 8, 9, 1 re-roll, 10.
Okay, I gotta cancel 4 here.
It blocks 2 though, and then
right,
blocks
yeah.
another one, but you still get crunched.
How much is that?
2, 4,
It's
6,
exactly
7.
enough.
Yep,
It's exactly
enough to get you. And does it vulnerable you? No. Now we're going to launch some boarding craft, and these guys are going to join this badly damaged ship, and we're going to send more elites onto this ship. So you can fire your defense token, or defense.
Okay, so 1 point defense there, so I'm doing nothing else. I got 2. Nope.
Nope.
Over there, I got 1.
Nope. And that's that. So these 2 are going to activate.
We're going to go turn 45 and then go 10. So there's 8 and 2 and be right here.
There we are.
He's just going to go his 8 to here and then turn 45.
Moving max into my big chip here.
Yep. So that's going to be...
Here we go, 10 dice. No penalties, I do believe.
No, not for range.
One
I've
reroll,
got
two rerolls. Two more,
There's
that
two more.
looks like enough.
I'm going to spend a hit to reroll 2 more.
Sounds good.
And reroll skull.
Another one.
And that's going to be a grand total of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Enough to damage me, so
For Mac.
I'm not crippled by the
Okay.
Mac, and now I get to roll my 3 defense, I believe. 4 defense, 5 defense.
5 defense, yeah, he's a big one.
'Cause he's got his big defense ray. And he blocks 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can't reroll though.
Not do any damage because it brings him down to 5 from my armor of 8.
Yeah, all crits.
Little Mac needs all 6.
Need all crits, nothing.
Nope. Missiles into him, so you're no rerolls on your missiles. That's basically it. So here we go, 10. Still pretty good.
8, 9, 10.
10. 5 defense
11.
against 11. We get 4. 4. And we're going to use a defense token to reroll our defense. Actually, wait, how much have I blocked now? 4 of 11, so you're down to 7. I need to block 1 more. There we go. So block 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of your 11, you do 4, which is enough to break the first layer.
Okay, crits.
Nope. Damage token. Bam. Just going to glide right in to here. And this little guy can glide clear over to the far side, because the little ones can go 5. Just over to this side. Cannon and lance into him, missiles into him, and cannons into him. So we'll do this first. So here comes the lance. 12 dice. Go. And we get a pretty not good roll. So you get
Not terrible.
6.
Okay.
And I am going to take a reroll.
Okay, second last reroll.
Nope. Doesn't need to block
Stop
one, and he
block.
does. Now the cannons, still pretty bad. 6 again.
No.
That's that. Torpedoes into this little fella. We get, it's at 4 range band. We get a total of 6
Against the little guy?
against this fella here.
Against him?
Yep.
Okay. So I need to block 3 here. Nope, just 1.
You get your point defense. It's missiles.
Oh, it's missiles. I get
Yep.
2 more. Also,
3.
that explodes, so I can roll that. 3. 3's enough, though.
So you take 3.
I have 4.
He's damaged? Or is he 4/4?
Oh, no, sorry, he's 4/3.
Yeah, so he
That's
takes the
exactly
damage.
enough.
And he's not crit. So he's down to 1. He's going to fire his cannons into you. 3 dice. 1, 2. Not enough.
Yep. Turn.
And now he's going to rotate and run.
Yeah, not run. Go slam at
He's
this guy.
running. He's running. There's the Mac. This little fella.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's enough.
Which is certainly enough. 2 defense on an oblique formation, I do believe. Yep. Defense array of 2.
Mac first.
Oh, Mac first. Failed to block it. Didn't get Mac'd.
So you take the damage.
3. So yeah,
Crit.
puts him down. And
It
he is
is.
crit, so he's now vulnerable and damaged.
And
There we go.
missiles.
3 rockets. No
So 1. I'm
rerolls.
going to spend this.
Okay. You need to do 1 more.
That's
1
it.
more.
2.
All the defense.
defense dice.
We get 4 instead of 5 because we're damaged. And we do block them.
Okay. Even with the critical?
I blocked 2.
No, I mean, even with your vulnerable. You get
Right.
first.
Because I have 5 normally against
Oh, they have
missiles.
5 against missiles? Oh, holy.
Going in.
Okay.
And going in. And he'll follow along. And we're going to put probably everything into this marathon.
Sure.
And with the plasma
Okay,
lances.
we're going to drop the shields.
Okay, so
Minus 2.
-2. Sorry, it's +1 at short range, so I actually get to re-roll both of these. But they don't do anything. So he -2, it does a total of 4, 5, 6, 7.
I have unsupported, so he's got 3 protecting ammo. 7.
You gotta block at least 2. Because that brings
1.
you down to 6, and you're at 6, so you take a hit.
Okay.
Will
Okay.
it blend? No. So here comes all the cannons.
Woo!
That was a killing blow.
Pretty
2,
sure.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15.
The most I can block is 6.
Reroll all of these.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. See if I blow up?
Kablamo? Nope. We'll do it eventually.
3.
Epic's gonna go half speed.
Turn a little bit.
Turn so he doesn't run into the planet. I'm gonna use light max into my battlecruiser. Go to the max. He's got 10. 2 rerolls with his max. Another
reroll. Only one possible.
There we go.
So that's going to be 9.
Which is enough to get through.
See if you break.
Vulnerable. Nope. And 5 defense against that. I need to block 2 of these. Bing, 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 bing. Here comes 12. He just needs to do 2 points of damage.
Crushing amounts? 5? Not even crushing amounts. Just 5 and no rerolls anyway.
Alright, I need to block 3 of these. 4 of these. I blocked 2.
Yeah.
And does he blow up?
Hiya!
No.
These guys gonna turn 45. Gonna go 5 and just end up right here. He's gonna turn 45 and go 5. End up close to you. He's going to go 8. He'll just go half, I guess. He'll go 4.
Wait.
5. He doesn't have to go his whole move.
Right, he just wants
6.
to stay in coherency.
Yeah, of somebody. Go to there, I guess.
Sounds good. So here we go. 8 autocannons into this fella.
Still a skull. 1 reroll. You suck diddly up, Flanders. Nope. 10 from
10 from the supported heavy.
Yeah.
There we go. 1 reroll. Nope. 12 missile batteries going in as well.
2 more.
There we go. Oh, that's better. Rerolls all of them. And 1 more. And that's that. I'm going to get 9 to defend myself. If I block 2, then I won't get double damaged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will take a damage.
Crit.
Nope. Blam. This one first.
Okay. I'm at 3 total.
And you've got a pelican and some dudes.
Yep.
I have 3 as well. So let's see who rolls good. I do.
It's 4.
You get 4. I have 4. 4. So we tie. So we just roll the d6.
Straight dice.
I do get +1 because I have assault specialist.
Haha! You're expelled.
So nope. It's a bloody repulse. So I'm expelled.
That's what I just said.
Whee!
Don't die.
Float.
Hey.
Master Chief fight. Got 7. I have 8. 1 reroll.
Oh, keep going.
Reroll.
Come on, Chief. Come on, Chief. No, it was almost another one. So 6.
And we get 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No, don't you double. You can't reroll.
I can't reroll those.
Yeah.
Dice roll off.
Boxcars.
8.
That's good.
Yep. Critical defense. He gets a vulnerable, and the defender loses one of my boarding craft. So we're going to lose the one that's not the elite.
That makes sense. Destroy him.
We can do this little fella here. So it's just a boarding craft against a not supported one.
I got 1.
I got 2.
Nope.
You didn't get it. I got 2. Whatever, I doubled you.
So +4.
Yep, +4 on the dice. There you are. 5
7?
goes to
Nothing.
9.
Oh, 9.
Plus
sorry,
4.
yeah.
So you get a critical defense breach. You get a vulnerable, and that's it. This one here.
So that's a supported marathon.
He has 4 security against my 5. You get 2. The Covenant get 6. And then 2 more reroll. That doesn't matter anymore. Double do. +5, because one of them is an assault specialist. 6 is 11.
11, that's pretty big.
There we go. T-4 minutes. You take a damage, and you get 2 countdown tokens. Fixing vulnerable. He does. I'm going to try and fix my vulnerable. I do not. I roll a dice for each of these. 1s or 2s, he gets rid of them. He gets rid of 1, and then adds 1. So nothing gets changed. Space floaty! He's dead.
I have nobody floating in space.
And that other fella, he's dead too.
I killed
And now going into turn 4, we're about to roll initiative. Just to give you a recap on how the score is going. Currently, due to holding the zones as well as kills, the Covenant are sitting at 11 points. The UNSC is sitting at 8. So he really needs to kill some
I need
dudes.
to kill one of these big ships.
He needs to kill this guy or that guy, to be fair.
Kind of a big deal.
And for the initiative, I get nothing.
I get +1.
Okay.
Execute orders, not after we do the initiative roll.
Okay.
So execute orders, I'm going to form him up.
with
In the
these two.
squadron.
So they're all one squadron again.
Squadron together. Yeah, but
Sounds
that'll still
good.
be after the initiative roll.
Yep, and I don't know where my d6 went. There it is. Roll it off. You have +1.
I do.
I got a 2. You got a 3. I'm going to
can
use my
reroll.
ability to re-roll. I got a 6.
Okay, you're going first. It's too late now.
Hi, bombers.
Go again.
He's launching out more bombers. With that, I'm going to put out some more fighters, escorts, and more escorts. Last wave of fighters is going to engage that new group.
Okay.
It is 4 dice against 1 dice. I mean 2 dice.
You did.
And then you get a reroll.
Lots. 5.
Kills 1. No. Over here. I think I have 4 to your 3. Here comes the fight. And
Nothing.
we killed them all? Nope, not quite. Now we did. Okay. And then the other one. 3 against 5. So I have 10.
I kill 1.
Got 6, 7, 8,
You killed 1.
2. And then I have 2 more dice. I just didn't roll. Nope.
Okay, you kill 1.
That's it. So 1 and 1. So we tie. Continue fighting. I'm going to go first and just float past you and broadside. Here we go. 12 dice from my lances into his side. This is basically +1, so everything's a reroll. This is it. We're going to take him down, boys. How about this roll? 10.
And exactly. I have 5 titanium armor. So 5 defense dice.
All skulls.
No, that's enough.
He does
So
stop.
9.
Here comes the other plasma gun. 4. And a reroll.
Okay.
That's cute. Here comes this fight moving in. Surviving Covenant ships.
I'm going to move 5. Turning and moving up 5. He's going to move his 6, 7, 8 to hit you and then turn in.
There we go.
Everything.
Here comes 8 Little Max in the side.
Up.
3.
Okay, we're going to spend... Do I even bother?
Here comes 10. 7, 8.
Yeah, we're going to reroll these 2. We're going to reroll this one. We're going to spend this to reroll these 2. We're going to reroll this one. Okay, so we're going to get a total of 12.
Okay.
Roll your
Does it make me super vulnerable? No, it does not. Only get 4 to try and block these shots.
12 right now.
So I don't think you do double. Oh, you could just kill me.
Yeah, you've got a total of 9.
So we block 2 down to 10. And I'm
Okay.
going to spend a re-roll token.
Okay.
Or spend an order to give myself 2 more re-rolls.
That's
9.
not enough.
And so that is the end. Does he blow up? No.
Yeah, because you're at 6 plus 3 is 9 total, and I got 12. You got
Yep.
3, so 9 exactly.
Exactly enough. So all these guys get expelled.
Put them anywhere I want.
This is... There. Not even a bomber. Exactly. And he's going to try and go back to his friend. Mr. Elite, we're floating away from you now. Like so. And this guy's just going to drift this way. Just to stay in coherency. And then we're going to fire the laser beam. Fire starting from him, then to him, then to him. The guy's going to brace. So reduce my damage by 2. Good for him.
Yay!
Now moving to the next guy. 3. Nothing.
Okay.
And the last one. Last one they learned. He's destroyed, and my border is still there? Or your guy is?
My guy is, and your guy is. No, there's just one. It's just me.
And he's just ejected. Firing my cannons into him now. He's going to brace once more. So here we go, 10 dice.
Woo!
2 rerolls. That's it. So we get 4, 8, 9, which is enough.
9. I've got titanium. Is these missiles or these just?
These are plasma, so it's just...
just plasma. Okay, so then he's not. He's supported. So he's got titanium armor 4.
Okay, you've got to block... Just try and block all of them. Just
8?
try and block
I had to block 8. No, it's only
4, 5, 6.
5, 6.
So it knocks it down to 4.
Nope, still does. It happens.
Destroyed. Does he blow up?
Oh, I
does.
reduced it by 2.
Actually, we forgot about his order. That
Yeah,
reduced
yeah.
it by another 2. So he actually lives by just enough.
By just 1. Yep, just.
They're going to go now.
Your turn.
He's going to turn.
We're gonna go murder this fucking guy over here. And he's gonna move his. He'll just go to here. He just needs to get close-ish, not totally close. He can't until he's done, but he'll do his 8 and then turn 45 like that.
Everything firing into him.
4 from the light up.
Max.
I need to get to 7 here.
Yeah, they can do it.
They can do it.
They didn't. Here comes the heavy Mac into him as well.
Need 10.
Looks good.
Oh, that's pretty good so far. We're going to spend a token to do some rerolls after we do the first reroll. Not going to need anything, so we're going to spend this token to reroll these 2. That's going to put us at 6.
Not enough. Needed 7. Here comes 10 missiles firing into him.
I'm at +1.
Here we go. Just re-rolling
the normals, yeah.
Yeah.
The normies, which is not going to be good enough, I don't think. That's going to be 4. 1 reroll.
That's 5. 5. Not enough. Okay. Last trip to activate. He's just going to cruise over to here. Try and shoot. Actually, I don't think he can see you yet.
Center to center? Probably not. No, this thing's in the way.
Okay, and he's just coming around the planet. And he'll turn again at the end, actually. Because I can.
Move. I'm going to slow down and turn like...
Okay.
All the missiles.
All the missiles in the side. There we go.
This is the one right here.
3 rerolls.
Yep,
2 more rerolls. This is it.
So it's going to be 13. 6.
Here we go, blocking.
Need 7.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. We're good? And we're good. Launch a border onto there.
You want to point
Defense against him.
Nope.
1. That's that. Here we go, boarding craft.
Okay.
5 against 4, I think?
5 against 4 will be...
Because you're
supported?
Yeah.
He's got 4, yeah.
Okay. There we go. I'm going to get 3. You're going to get 3. So it's just dice off. So dice +1.
What am I doing?
Oh, I rolled a 1 again.
Roll another 1. Roll a 1.
7 goes to 8. And now he's vulnerable on this one. So now moving over to the next fight, it's 2 against 1. Oh, we're going to do that one. Okay. He's got 5 security detail on there.
2. I get 3.
We get 3. So it's just dice.
Okay. Box cards. 9.
9.
I like it.
It's just 9. That is a critical defense is breached. I get a vulnerable token. And then this one, 2 against 1.
Skill. Nothing.
Yeah.
3 dice.
Here we go.
Snake eyes.
Oh, you roll good all the time. 7. That's
Push.
stalemate. Nothing happens.
Yeah. And
Fight.
now we do survivors now.
Now we launch more stuff and repair.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and fix. Nope. And everyone else is pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna launch with an 8.
Do you want to fix this?
Oh yeah. Do we launch now?
No, it's fix first.
Okay. So the regular fix goes away,
Okay.
and then the 2 crazy scary
Countdown.
fixes. So the first one
Is
Gone.
1's gone.
gone.
2's gone. Boom.
Yay!
They were able to deactivate the bomb that those guys put on you. Crit to
He'll
live.
survive.
Nope.
Master Chief.
Not a skull.
He's fine. Master Chief doesn't even care. He's gonna float around.
My elite. He's also okay.
Yeah. They're just gonna hug in space. They're just
Also,
wrestling, choking each other.
There's one more guy
That's
floating
right,
around,
yeah. He's
and he's dead. Initiative time.
turn 5.
I got 3.
I get the perfect roll every turn. 2
I,
attack, 2 defense.
I don't get to reroll mine. So +3 to
Plus
+1. You beat me. I'm gonna reroll.
Roll 1. Roll it again.
Bam. So Master Chief floats back to his ship, and Mr. Zealot is gonna float back to his ship.
Okay.
Get him. They're gonna kill him.
Oh, I forgot to.
He's actually gonna drop more wings over here, and our fighters are gonna immediately follow him because they can walk 16.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to check if I think this is 6.
I'm pretty sure you got it. It's 8 and 8.
Yeah.
So you can go to here, and then to here, and then you're with an 8. Yeah.
Zoom. They're gonna shoot. And then get 1 more, and a crit.
Is that
Is
6?
another roll. There it is. Yep.
6, yeah. Okay, it's over.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
I didn't count it.
Flying over there.
I get 3. 2, sorry.
I don't know how many guys I have there. I have 4.
You have 1 bomber and 3
I have a
guys.
bomber over there?
I told you you had a bomber over here.
Yeah, I just forgot he was there.
Explode. 3, so I kill 1.
We haven't. Oh, we did kill you. Never mind.
Yeah.
Kill the bomber. Screw that guy. He doesn't help. Guy's gonna go. He's just gonna drift. You're 4 that way. And then he's going to shoot sideways guns. Fire everything into this little guy, one of his defense tokens. Go. Everything's a reroll. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 with 3 rerolls. 9.
Okay, 9. We got 2.
9.
Get nothing. So you get 7
minus
total.
2. 7. Yep.
So that's going to be down to 2 hits.
Okay. Crits on 1s and 2s because we're shooting you in the back.
Okay.
Nope. And then he's going to fire his plasma batteries. Those are another 10 dice. Same thing. And we do 4, 5, 6. This was a miss. I just knocked it. And we get 1 reroll. 7, 8. 8.
Okay, so 2 defense dice. 6
Crunch.
destroyed. See if it's crit.
Blow up! No. I want to see it happen. Floating forward.
Plus 2. Let's go 8.
So one thing is actually coherency is 6 inches, not 4. I don't know why. I think I was getting mixed up with exporting and exploding and evacuating. Okay,
So
low max.
low max. 1, nothing.
Okay, 10 rockets. I mean big max. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So 1 roll.
5.
Nope, we're gonna spend.
You need to get to 6.
Yeah, we're gonna spend this.
Get 1 more.
That's gonna
6,
be
7. 7.
7. So. Try and
Does
stop.
do I get vulnerable again? No. 4 defense against this. I need to block 2 of them. We do. All the missiles. Here we go. 2 rerolls from his missiles. Another reroll from the missile. There we go.
And then I'm gonna spend 2 more. Another token.
Get some more rerolls. Adds another 1.
So that's going to be.
Cancel 6. We cancel 5 with 2 rerolls. 6, 7. And he's good. He's going to float on up 6 and then some more to here. And end at the end. Some shots into this guy. The cannons, he gets 3. 2. 3. That is enough.
For him?
No, it's on this guy.
Oh.
Stop rolling the wrong
Why are
dice.
these dice here? Nope.
Nope, that kills him. Does he blow up? Yes, he does. It actually doesn't explode. It's only the larger massive guys. So if, for example, we kill the Epic or my big fella here, and this little boarding craft gets ejected, and he's just going to hang out and hopefully make it back to his friends.
To go home here.
Floating forward.
He's gonna do just the minimum he can do to clear his buddy.
There we go. Let's shoot.
You
I'm going to say
basically
shots at
waiting
him.
for max.
Actually going to shoot their max at the little guy.
Yep.
Here we go. 4 dice.
It's gonna be 4 total. It's good enough for breach. Roll for it. See if you get a crit or a skull.
Nope. He has 2 defense. Crunch.
4.
Damage.
Crits. Nope.
Here we go. Big Mac at the little dude.
Okay, let's do this.
He won't get to reroll though, because he's cloaked.
Because he's cloaked, yeah. That's still 9.
Still pretty good.
9?
Dodge it. 8 dies. Blam. He doesn't actually roll to explode though.
Yeah.
We've been doing that wrong. Gonna come gliding back over. I don't know how you can justify gliding in space. Normally I shoot my plasma beam, but I'm gonna shoot my lance this time.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna fire my cannon arrays all into your marathon.
Okay, brace.
So here we go, 14 dice. Reroll. And I'm going to use my thing to get 2 rerolls.
Okay, reroll skulls. Always reroll skulls. So reduce by 2.
So we do 6, 8, no, 4, 6, 7.
Okay.
Which just
4
enough.
defense dice.
Not enough.
There it is.
Cannons.
Yay!
Don't reroll. Nope. That's not enough. Then he's going to launch this little guy on this little guy. Put defense into my border.
Okay.
He's okay. He's going to fly over.
And then land like this.
There we go. Here goes all the missiles, all the day. Oh. It's when there's a big pile of all those like dice all together. It's depressing. So I need to block 3. Done. Hello, man. 3 against 1.
Nothing.
We did it.
Yay! You get double plus 4.
Plus 5 because he's a super guy. 10.
10?
Countdown? He just takes 2 vulnerable tokens. No damage or countdown. this awesome fun going on this marathon. So I have 5. Here goes.
Chiefs getting work done. We're in reroll. So it's going to be 5.
Get them, boys.
2.
4. 5.
Tied.
So
Straight dice, I get +2, you get +1.
So +1 for me. 6 is stalemate. And 1 more over here.
I get 2.
I believe I have 5. Here we go. I got 3.
I got 1.
We beat you. We doubled you.
+4. Or -4, rather.
-4.
Box cars!
Ah!
4.
4 is a repulsed, so you get launched out. More fighters.
Someday I'll win initiative. It doesn't matter, because all that matters is if I win initiative. I can't tie you up. If I don't win initiative, there's like just no point.
Fair enough. Does he suffocate? Yes.
Them? Yes.
Alright. No. Double vulnerable.
Over there.
Yes. Fuck. Here we go. Rolling for the initiative. I get +2 on my roll. You get +1.
I have you getting the exact same roll every single turn.
Here we go. I got a 5.
I got a 4.
No, I got a 4. Sorry.
We're tied.
I'm going to reroll. Beat you. And float.
I've yet to have a single bomber do anything at all.
All fight all day. So your bombers go. And then they kill you.
Yep. Hey.
I didn't even miss with that roll.
Nope.
Where were you for when we're gonna need you in a second? Gonna lazily lift.
Mm-hmm. Just destroy the rest of my
Fire his lance that hits all of them, and then the rest of his guns into the big guy.
Sweet.
Laser guns into him. I need to do 3 damage to kill you. I do.
Okay.
2 rerolls. You take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You only get 1 dice. You don't get any dice. You're doubly wounded.
That's right. Woohoo!
Crunch.
Dad.
He gets expelled.
Get out of here, Arbiter.
And then we're going to fire another barrage into the marathon.
Marathon's gonna shield. 2 less.
It takes 4. Does nothing. And then into the other marathon.
Get a shield.
Shield up as well. Good call on that one. Reroll. Bam. So we do minus the 2. 6.
Okay. I have 3 4 defense dice because it's supported.
Yep.
I only get
Down
rid
to
of
5.
1.
So that destroys him.
Yeah, it's destroyed.
Everybody. No, it was this one.
Oh, is this one?
Yeah.
Read
I failed to
subjectives.
hurt that other guy. Everybody jumps out. Batteries into him now. 10
Sweet.
dice.
Yeah.
Go. You roll. That's that. 6, 9, 10, 11. 10, 9, 8. 8. So it breaks the front line.
That's front line, yeah.
And does not crit. Drifting ahead.
Yep.
10 max shots into the side. 1 reroll. And it's another hit.
Okay, spend this for 2 more rerolls.
Here we go. Another one.
Another reroll. Nope, so it's going to be 4. Not even enough.
You need 11. Nope, 9. Missiles into the side of my heavy cruiser. Nope. Guy's going to turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then turn some more. And he's going to take shots at your marathon.
Sure.
Cannons. Nope. And torpedoes. Nope.
Nope.
Because you're 6.
Yep. Them.
Missile batteries going in.
Yeah, 2 more dice.
There we go. Reroll. Gets another one.
Spend a thing.
Spending in
Roll
order
2
to get
skulls.
2 more. Another hit.
Okay, looks like 8.
Okay.
Nice.
He's going to rotate and then cruise and be out of range of basically everyone. Forgot that I was getting attacked. We had to look stuff up. We're good. 3. Still good. Sorry, you got me all thinking that we were fine already.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were.
All right. Well, at that point, we were going to call the game.
You hit 20.
Because I won. That's why we're going to call it.
It's also 11:41.
Yeah,
But you did hit.
This game did take a while. So
Yeah.
just to go over, we're gonna talk about this for a few minutes now because neither of us had really played the game.
Nope.
We had looked into the rules. There was a lot of times throughout the game as we were looking stuff up and stuff we did recognize later on that we had made mistakes.
And list building stuff too, which was a big,
Obviously,
a big
yeah.
thing.
And the way because it's not even in this game. It's not even just what models you bring, but who you bring them with is a big deal, and how you which weapons you want to go on which targets.
Because you
is a
can't
big
combine
thing.
dice. It's a game of chucking dice. If you want to boil it down, The core mechanic in this game is the bigger the handful of dice you roll, in opposition to a smaller handful of dice, the better you're going to do. And so just from the outset, I had some bad combos where I teamed up models that their weapons didn't stack. Like, I should have had my 2 marathons that were unsupported together with a pair of little guys, a pair of frigates. Because that way I'm actually throwing out 8 light max shots, which could potentially breach armor and throw to breach, and then 16 heavy max shots, which have a better chance even of breaching. So you can even do them first if you wanted to. Yep. But it's a bigger dice stack that I'm throwing. And then likewise, my actual epic class should be with the lights. It should be with the frigates because it has light macro cannons, which means that it's throwing 20 dice if it's with arrowhead formation. Sorry, if it's supported to be throwing 20, but it can't be supported and have 2. No. So it would be -1. It would be 18. It would be 18 dice to be throwing, which gives me a chance against something like that big, heavy murder, because the winter of my discontent, which was appropriately
the winter of your discontent continues to float. Yeah, I mean, the Covenant had a nice advantage because most of my guys all use the same gun.
Yeah.
Everybody uses the plasma cannon, or plasma something, not plasma lance, the other one. The plasma array. There you go. And so they shoot basically 360, just don't shoot backwards.
Yep.
And so they were able to just float around and drift left and right and just continue to shoot.
They can stop too, which is a big deal. The fact that you can just stop and drift left and right is I can't do that. I have to move forward half my speed every turn.
Yep.
So you can use that to avoid obstacles. You can use that to avoid getting in
more shots, or sliding back over.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
He only moved once, I think. Moved forward, no, twice. Once up, and then the second to shoot everyone, and then you just started going left and right for the rest of the game.
It was go, yeah, I get too close, come towards.
Yeah, and then, but I did say that I think the one thing is if you're going to use borders, put them all on the same guy.
Yeah.
Like, don't bother spreading them all out, because then they just don't do anything. Nope. Instead of them going all on one and then blowing it up and then dying, better.
That's what I should be doing.
I should be doing it too.
He should be just using his elites to do exactly what he did do, which was put all kinds of stuff everywhere. Because you can have 4 elites. Yep. If you only have 1 Master Chief, he's not getting any work done unless he stacks a bunch of other Pelicans. You need to send him out with 2 other Pelicans so that he can have 9 attack dice.
And that's a
dead capital ship. Yeah, it will be.
Because he's like, here's +6.
That's right. He goes and blows the engine up.
You're averaging if he shows up with that, if you win the fight by double, which you probably will. Yep. Then you're averaging at a dead ship.
Yeah, it's +4 to +6 basically, because he's got the assault rating of +2. He's got his 5 dice, and then he'd get +4 if he was double the total of wins in the end. Yeah. So again, that mechanic is the exact same as dogfighting, is the exact same as even shooting. You just need to throw more dice, and the more dice you throw, the better you do. It is a bit frustrating, I think, to play the UNSC the first time around, especially
your guns just bounce off.
It's not that; it's that the guns. Your advantage is you have all these long-range missiles, and the problem is you're going up against something that's actually making you worse the further away you are against it.
They're like, here, we're going to give you long-range missiles that work really good. Then we're going to give them cloaking fields that negate your missiles.
And then also doubling their defense dice. So, like, very often he's chucking 9 defense dice to my 10 attack dice. And it's like, well, what's even possible at that point when you have like a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 front armor? You can't break the armor. And then the more frustrating thing is because you're aiming with your ships and you can't move sideways, your big heavy guns that do lots of damage have to shoot straight forward. You don't want to close at range. You want to be able to stand off and shoot. And he gets better the closer he gets to you. So there's a bit of a feeling of rock and paper. I'm hoping as more stuff comes out for this game.
There has been a number of things that have come out.
There's more ships?
From what I understand. Okay. I don't know if there's new formations and stuff. I know at least there's expansions, I think. Yeah. I'd have to take a look again. But I know there is, at least you can buy more supplement stuff. Okay. And then obviously the more ships you have, the more options you have.
The more options you have, yeah. Well, just combining even different formations of frigates. Like I want more guys in arrowhead formation. I don't think I'd ever take the trident formation because I just want to throw more dice.
Well, I mean, like, drop the epic. And where do you end up then? Yeah, you get an extra 100 points, basically, and then you buy more of these.
175, yeah. I could just take more marathons. I think, frankly, what I'd want would be just
legions of marathons.
Basic marathons with 2 arrowhead formation guys.
Yep.
Because they have the missiles if they need them if you do get too close. But for the most part, they're just chucking tons.
Well, missiles are also just a good follow-up to the max. Because if you're vulnerable once or twice, because if they all fire, so you do the heavy max and you get a vulnerable token, and then you do the light max and get a vulnerable token, maybe damage the front armor, and then you just pour all the missiles in all at once, and then it's like, okay, instead of 9 defense, I go down to 7, but now you only need to get to like 7 or 6.
The problem there is you're not picking your target because you're shooting the closest thing. So your opponent can put somebody up front, and you'll just put your escorts out as a picket, and then I can't hit anything. So there's a way around that, unfortunately.
It's true.
Which is.
But then again, they'll kill the escort. Like
Yeah,
it's true.
yeah, yeah.
The whole and that's acceptable for you.
Well,
I mean,
they won't actually because they'll be minus a bunch.
2. They just won't reroll. That's
Yeah,
it.
they won't reroll. They'll be at least -1. They'll be +1 if they're not up close, and then minus.
It's always
2.
just -1.
Yeah.
It's +1, -2, or just -1.
That's right, because I get too close, I'm inside the range.
And they'll evade.
And you'll be evasive, and I won't be evasive. But I mean, I think that's a learning curve thing. This is the first game. We are restricted to what comes in the box set, so we're not. So this is not so much an indictment of the game. It's an indictment of we're trying to play the full rules and the full missions with just what came in the box set. And I think that I'll probably feel less at a disadvantage the more options I have ship-wise.
Not only that, I mean, like the next game we play, you'll just change it up.
Absolutely.
You'll bring different
formations.
loadouts. Like I mean, everyone on my side did basically what I wanted them to do. There wasn't anything that.
There's no surprises with you at all.
Yeah, it was very much like we just shoot in every direction.
It's hard to make mistakes too with the Covenant fleet though, because all their guns are the same.
Yeah,
so it's not like mine where you look and you go, oh, they have max, but they have different kinds of max, and they don't actually have to get like he couldn't make that slip up in the same way.
Yeah,
because literally, with the exception I think of the lance on this guy,
they have lances,
the
but
beam.
they all can't. They couldn't combine.
The death ray, whichever one was the death ray. He's the only one that has like a different gun. Everything else is just the same guns on different size ships. Whereas with mine, I had some different.
The same gun on different size ships.
Yeah. No, I had and what was weird was I had the little guns on my biggest ship. And I assumed it would be the other way around.
Yeah,
because I assumed it was going to be the other way around. He would have the biggest guns because he was the biggest ship, but he didn't. He had the little guns like the other little guys.
Because as everyone who's played the game, screw the UNSC Infinity. I don't like it.
UNSC Niagara.
Yeah, there you go. UNSC
That's
Niagara.
it. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I think we'll have to play again, play a different mission, and just rejigger our
redo
lists.
the fleets.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
and then just change up tactics. And also, I mean, I don't know. The one thing that I didn't know why you didn't do was try and adjust your roll to get first turn. Because you always use them for orders to attack and defend. So like the one turn, I know you got 2. And as opposed to rolling the other ones to try and steal initiative to bomb me, you instead took those 2 and rolled them to get more orders. And I thought it was weird because I only had 1 that turn. Because like I'm only ever going to be +1 or 2 or whatever it's going to be.
Whatever you roll, basically.
Yeah. And then I get the reroll as that. But if you have 4...
No, all you can do. No, it's true. I could have tried to do that. I honestly was more worried each turn about splitting my offense and my defense. Because so very often, it was about, could I get the jump on X ship and just single it out and wolf pack it. I did really well, actually, on the left side of the board for the first half of the game. The problem was that I couldn't follow through in the end, was that once he got behind me, my guns were reduced, and I was left shooting at full strength ships with what was the remainder of
that was the issue, is that I sent more stuff to the left,
Yep.
and then you didn't have enough to fight them all.
Nope.
And then basically those guys just came back.
Yeah,
and
came around and did their business.
Weren't hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the winning the initiative really does cripple a carrier. You can't. There was nothing I could do to get my bombers.
Another ship.
Yeah, and then the fact that you don't move when you engage in a dogfight. So even if you win, if he just sends one fighter to go fight you, you're stuck there for a turn. You can't go and do anything. There's no bomber.
Because it just says that that's it. They
their
take
turn.
away their activation token.
That's their turn for the turn because they're too busy dogfighting. So it's having multiple carriers that can drop multiple individual tokens is another strength I think of the Covenant fleet, is you can just have guys on point defense that'll go over and engage and stop you from doing anything. And of course your fleet commander is designed to get the first turn. Like his whole thing is he gets to reroll.
I move quick. Initiative.
and if we tie, you can try and beat me even before we roll a tie, which I think is great. So if we get a low tie, it's like, well, I'll just reroll that, see what happens.
Yep. It's like, both rolled 1.
Yeah. Why not? Let's just do it.
You had initiative first turn. There you go.
Did I even?
And you never got it back.
That's right, for the entire...
You got the initiative for that one turn when it didn't matter.
Turns of the
it didn't matter for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, that's basically our first impressions.
Yep.
It is very much pile more dice on, which can work. You just need to know where to pile that dice.
And army list building affects that. So actually be really careful when you build your first fleet lists, because how you even build the formations of your guys can affect that. So like, for instance, the Arrowhead formation versus the Trident formation on your Parises.
That's code for always bring Arrowhead.
For always bring Arrowhead, because you're just going to throw more dice. And honestly, 1 extra armor in the beginning on these little guys are 25 points each. It's not a big deal. Just throw more dice. Throw more dice. Just kill them before they can kill you. And get initiative, because that's how you win games. They're super fun to paint, though. I have to say, for this box set, the hard Siren models are really nice. They have tons of detail. They paint up really quick and really nice too. So good job on the models. The flying stand's a little bit scary to pop out.
The one thing, like I open up the box, and the one thing I see actually a lot is I see all these reviews about how the box is really thin. The box is really. I don't give a crap what the box is.
Packaging.
Yeah, it's packaging.
Who cares?
The one thing that does matter is these. These are the flying bases.
Yeah.
This was the worst. Like, all of them are mangled.
Yeah,
like,
they're all mangled.
I don't know if you'll be able to
There's
see
a
it
big
like that,
wedge of like plastic on the edge that you have to like snap off.
but it's not like it's not the same kind of plastic as the ships are or anything
It's
like
a
that.
brittle, hard, translucent, like
Like you go to cut it and you can like it snaps and cracks.
shatters.
And, yeah,
It would be the word I would use.
shatters is probably the word that I would use. Yeah.
So just be careful when you take off your flying stands because you do need them.
Wear friggin' safety goggles.
Yeah, don't get blinded by the plastic because it was pretty scary and hairy at some points to take them out. But actually for like the painting and stuff, like they paint it up super fast. They look really nice. I gotta say the Covenant I think are my favorite because they have all kinds of like inlaid detail and stuff too. They look really good.
Yep. One day I'll get an airbrush.
You did good. You did good as it was. I think they look fantastic.
All right. Well, with that, guys, leave a comment below because, like I said, we've probably made some mistakes. I think we caught them all.
Yeah.
Double check our stuff on how the wings work because we kind of jumped right into using wings. We were like, okay, we did the first kind of 2 missions for the Fall of Reach because originally we were going to do a series on the Fall of Reach.
Yeah, and the games are really short.
Then we realized they're really short and they're really one-sided, one way or the other. And we went, okay, let's just try a game. And, well, this is what happened.
That's what happened. You got to see it.
Stay tuned. There will be more because now that we have a better idea of how it is, there's going to be more Halo Fleet battles.
Yes.
So stay tuned. We'll have a few more of these come out. Happy wargaming.